Okay, from the console you can see we have a Windows 2003 machine. It's called Win2K3, and I have a base policy that I've created. So we'll just take a quick look at the policy and we'll see that prevention is enabled. So we see prevention's enabled. This is pretty much an out-of-the-box policy. I've added some changes which we could see for just out of the box to fine-tune it so that we don't get any false positives. So we can see here that that's been applied. So now what we're going to do is look at the policy, and we're going to look at recent events, and we're going to see that it's just starting. We'll refresh. Now what we're going to do is we see the machine, service path 2, this is Win2K3, and there's the IP address. We're going to move over to our Kali Linux box. Once we move to the Kali Linux box, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to see the IP address is 192.168.0.108. From here, we are going to run a tool called Metasploit again. And if you didn't see from the first video, so the first video we did the same process but on an unpatched Windows 2003 server without Symantec CSP, or DCS as it's also known nowadays. So what we're going to do is similar type of thing. We're going to do a search for SMB. And from here, we're going to use the same exploit called exploit Windows SMB. So if we do info, we just see the same information about it. We're going to say to use this exploit. Now we're going to have to set our remote host to the IP address of this, so that's 140. So now we're going to show payloads. The payload we want to use is a reverse shell. And what we're going to do here is do a set payload. Now we're also going to have to set the local host now to the machine we're running on. Then we're going to run the exploit. So here we see it tries to exploit it but is unable to. So what we'll do is we'll check on the Symantec DCS server on that same policy, hit refresh, and we see that there was a warning, buffer overflow detected in SVC host. And if we look at this more closely, we'll see it was a net service and access was denied, thus stopping the exploit without having the actual patch that fixes SVC host.exe. This is very beneficial in environments where you have legacy OSs that are end of life. For example, Windows 2003 server in about a month and a half. And that concludes our demonstration.